It's December, guys. It is December. The year has flown by. We've had Six Nations Grand Slam. We've had a new champion of the Rugby Championship, World Cup in there as well. This video is basically just a monthly update to see how things have gone, particularly with the channel. I'll throw out a few thank yous here and there and just give you guys a bit of a rundown on kind of where all the traffic has been and what's been hot and what's been not this month just gone. And yeah, I'll have a word on the All Blacks fixtures here in New Zealand for next year at some point as well. But I will start with the month that was. So what were our people looking at this month? The World Cup final review was the one that was drawing all the eyeballs, 94,000 views. It's fair to say that's a fair few more than normal. But yeah, that was a month ago, pretty much. It was the start of November, so yeah, that's the centerpiece of World Rugby. So anything related to that was going to get a fair few more views than normal, and that's the way it was. So yeah, new subscribers, we had 846 for this month that's gone, which is pretty steady. I think during the World Cup it was a fair bit more. World Cup was just kind of gangbusters time with people really looking up some rugby content. Things have eased off a wee bit since then, kind of to be expected, but still 846 is a fairly sizable number. I remember back in the day when I first started the channel, and I could go days without getting a single person. So really pleased with that. Interestingly, only 20% of people who view my videos are subscribed. So I guess maybe that's people, when it is a World Cup final, people who wouldn't ordinarily watch rugby videos just looking for something out of the blue. I'm kind of prone to do that with other sports. When there's some kind of major event, I'll check it out for a bit, but not necessarily subscribe. But if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, probably should be, but hey, I'll leave that up to you. Where did all my viewers come from? This month just gone 39% from South Africa. Kind of no surprises there with winning a World Cup and all. It's a good time to be a rugby fan in the Republic. But to put that into context, the next biggest group was the UK Rugby World Cup finalist in the form of England there. 15%. So the viewing public from South Africa was just huge. So that's very cool. And hopefully some of that trickles down to Super Rugby. Hopefully we get a fair few fans converted or back into the game in Super Rugby. But there's always a bit of a drop-off from international level down to the franchises. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown on the most popular video, the new subs, where people are coming from. It's 90% dudes, 10% women. Age ranges is usually around 30s, I think, but the age range is actually a pretty even spread from 65 plus all the way down to quite young. I don't think that Children's Protection Act thing really applies to my channel because this content isn't really made for kids. So hopefully I should be good there. I've had a brief look at it, but yeah, my target audience is definitely not kids. It's not like a Lego channel or anything like that. So yeah, a couple of guys sent me messages about that. So yeah, I think we should be all good in that regard. A few thank yous are definitely due to my people on Patreon, which is always an awesome way for people to support the channel. You know, the YouTube pays ad revenue, which is cool. It fluctuates really heavily. Some months it's enough to buy a rugby jersey, and yeah, other months it's less. It's more. It's a really inconsistent one. It's not one that I could quit my job and yeah, just full time do YouTube on. I guess it's still pretty small, I guess, in terms of the overall sizing on YouTube when you look at some big channels out there. But I still think we're doing pretty well. But yeah, the Patreon money definitely helps to just, I don't know, I guess, do rugby related stuff and buy the new jersey so I don't have to take it out of my weekly budget to pay for, I don't know, mortgage, kids, groceries. But we've all got those problems. But anyway, Patreon people, that's Alan Patterson, Charles Ackerman, sorry for the pronunciation, Charlotte Scott, Dave Hooper, Dead Grubber, Eric Wegman, Grant Dexter, Heinzen, Johannes Christian Roos, John King, Carl Woodley, Luke Othoff, Michael Daly, Michael Wooderson, Morocco, Nicholas Vigier, Ribsy, Ruben, Ryan Botora, Samuel Gerber, Sean M, Vivek Nayak, and Xavier Fleming. So thank you to you guys for all your contributions on Patreon. It really helps a lot. I'd like to grow that a bit more. I've thought about other jobs that I could do that be a bit less kind of time intensive than my one at the moment, but yeah, I guess kind of just steady as she goes for now. But that is definitely the goal, would be to grow things a little bit more. On Patreon at the moment, it's jersey reviews. I should be doing a live stream this Saturday of one of the Champions Cup games, just for a bit of a chat. Yeah, basically just that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you to you guys on Patreon. It is a huge bit of support. Also to John, who sent me the Leinster gear, and Mark, who sent me the Ireland, England, and the Italy Rugby World Cup jerseys. So very much appreciated from you guys. And to you guys watching this video, you don't have to be a Patreon supporter to get my thanks. It is every time you view the video, it's much appreciated. Like I said, the numbers have been growing. 846 subs in the month of November is definitely cool. I know some of you guys are pretty new to the party. Some of you guys have been around since I was literally that guy doing videos on the floor of my bedroom when I only had one kid and whatnot. So yeah, thank you to you guys for viewing the content, for putting your comments in the description and in the comment section, which I always read, and for liking the video or sharing it, all that kind of stuff. It all does really help. So heartfelt thank you to all you guys as well. Yeah, that's pretty much everything on my list. I should talk a little bit about the All Blacks fixtures, because they're in the news at the moment. 2 against Wales, 1 against Scotland, other than the Rugby Championship ones as kind of per normal. The article I read today was basically saying that Auckland and Wellington are the winners, because it's a big chance for these areas to make a whole bunch of money, and that they know they're going to get sold out stadiums. So Auckland hosting Wales, that should be a massive game. We haven't hosted Wales since 2016, but Wales' stock has kind of risen pretty sharply in recent times, going number 1 in the world, semi-finalist of the Rugby World Cup. It's going to be new coach up against new coach, will be an interesting one to watch. But yeah, that first one at Eden Park, and then the next game down in Wellington. So 2 pretty big games. The article I read was throwing a fair bit of shade at Scotland, I guess, saying that the South Island is the big loser of the fixtures list this year, because Wellington, Hamilton, and Auckland are all in the North Island. Dunedin's the only one in the South Island. So it's the only South Island fixture for the All Blacks this coming year. And they were saying that basically Scotland is not a big draw. So they were saying the poor South Islanders only get 1 game, and it's only Scotland. But I mean, I knew we hadn't played Scotland for a long time in New Zealand, and it's back to the year 2000. So it's 20 years since we've played Scotland. So if you ever wanted to see Scotland play, and you didn't want to go all the way to Murrayfield for it, it's a good time to get it done. So yeah, 1 game against Scotland down in Dunedin in the Rugby Championship, Wellington. Interestingly, the All Blacks are not playing South Africa in Wellington anymore. I guess that venue seems to be a bit cursed with a loss and a draw, the most recent results against the Box there. And then Argentina and Hamilton. And then the final one is the Springboks up here at Eden Park. The All Blacks really want to win against the Springboks when they're playing at Eden Park, because we haven't been beaten there since 1994. So interesting. That's a pretty long record at Eden Park, like I said. Can Wales or South Africa get the job done there? It will remain to be seen, but that's an interesting fixtures list for this coming year. But yeah, that's it from me today. Got some other stuff in the pipes for this month, which is December. But yeah, I hope you guys are all getting ready for Christmas. Hopefully you're all going to be able to have a wee bit of a break. There is rugby most of the way through, but I'm sure we'll all survive without it for a week or 2 as well. So yeah, thank you again, guys, for your continued support. It is really appreciated. And yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.